Hey there everybody, welcome back to another episode of RegretCraft. And this time we have some pretty big plans in store for this episode. So at the end of last episode I said I was going to go out and do a ton of resource gathering, which you can see here I have definitely been up to that. So yeah, you can see our sheep farm has put out substantial amount of wool. I think we're still going to need more than this, but it's a good start. Yeah, all these four are full of concrete powder, and then we got two full of terracotta, and then, yeah, just some other random stuff. But, oh, I should point out, I also found a data pack that I applied off camera between episodes to remove the lines on the glass texture. So on the clear glass it looks a bit weird, but if we take some sort of dyed glass, you'll see what I mean. It looks much better than it does. So I'm pretty psyched about that, because that means that anything we build out of glass now is just going to look that much better. But you'll notice that this shulker box right here is empty, and we're actually missing one material that I haven't gone to get yet because, well, if I'm being honest, I'm a little bit terrified to go get it. Because that resource is shroomlights, and while we do have a couple of them around here somewhere, we don't have near enough of them. We got just over a stack. So my plan is to basically head over to the Nether and basically just spend about an hour flying around and finding as many of the new forest biome as I can, so that we can get a fair amount of shroomlights. But before we do that, I can't believe I'm actually spending diamonds on this, but I guess this is normal now. So we are just gonna whip up a hoe. Yeah. I don't think we're going to enchant it. Maybe if it survives we'll put some enchantments on it, but for now this will do, because this is the official tool for breaking shroomlights. So the other thing I want is, because I really am not in the mood for dying right now, so what we are going to do is actually brew up couple more fire resistance potions, and that way I know for certain I'm not gonna, well, I don't know for certain. I don't know anything for certain about the Nether anymore. Kind of seems like every time I go there I seem to die. But hopefully with these potions we will have a bit better of a time with that. So while I was doing a bunch of AFKing as well for our sheep farm, I was in here for quite a bit, and I've also done quite a bit of AFKing over there. So yeah, you can see our snow situation has kind of started stacking up quite dramatically, and I've done a bit of shoveling, and I've kind of just piled that around our concrete maker because, well, actually we don't need to use this thing because I have a much easier way of turning it all into concrete, all the powder that I've made, which is basically bugger. So the majority of this concrete is just going to be in some big walls. I mean, if we're building a tower out of it, it'll be pretty easy to just pour water down the side of it when we're done. So I think we're just going to do that. So we'll build it out of concrete powder, and then we will douse it with some water afterwards. So we got food, we got rockets. The other thing I was curious about, do I have any crying obsidian? I do, not near enough though. So what does it take for a respawn anchor? 6 of them. Okay, so we should keep our eye out for some of this stuff while we're in the Nether, so that we can actually make a respawn point in the Nether. That would be very nice. And the other thing I would like to do... Oh, we need netherite for that, don't we? Which, yes, I have not forgotten the fact that netherite is part of the game now. I just have other plans before I get to it. Because right now, I'm perfectly happy with the diamond stuff. It's okay, we're not doing a lot in the nether, so I'm not worried about losing it. And yeah, going out to get netherite to upgrade everything is kind of a big task, so I think we will deal with that one day later in the future. Maybe once our tower's built, we'll go on a big netherite expedition. But for now, you can see it from here. I've set up a portal out here, which is just, now we don't have to do a bunch of running through the nether fortress to get to the outside of it. So if we just head through here, yeah, you can see I've just kind of tucked it in the corner there. And now we're over here, so we don't gotta mess around in our nether fortress. But now that I'm seeing this stuff here, I'm realizing the other reason I actually wanted to come here was for quartz, because we're going to be using quartz in our build too. So I'm also just going to keep my eye out for this, and hopefully we can get a substantial amount of it while we're here. I actually have no idea how much of this we're going to need. We shouldn't really need it until the project's almost finished, so I'm not too worried. But I would like to just keep my eye open for it. Which I guess we could just set up a piglin bartering system for this, now that quartz is renewable. But, I mean, again, it's kind of ambitious project at the moment, so I'm sure we'll get to that one day. But now we are going to head out, and we need to find some of the new forest biomes. And I did not come prepared with enough rockets, so I'm just going to head back and grab some of those. Alrighty, and we're back. So I don't know, what's this way? I have a screenshot of my coordinates, so we should be able to find our way back fairly easy. This delta biome is huge. Oh look, perfect. And I'm also remembering now we brought no gold armor whatsoever. So what I think I'm gonna do is actually... Yeah, and they're already after me. Alright, so after yet another trip back to base, we're back here. And I have a gold helmet on now. So we should be safe from our pigmen. Or the piglins, I guess they're called now. And yeah, I'm just going to spend basically the next hour running through the nether, trying to find as many shroomlights as I can. And I'll let you guys know if anything remotely exciting happens. Okay guys, so now we are back home, and I was actually dreading that a lot more than I should have. You can see here we got quite a bit of shroomlights, and I'm pretty sure we even got a stack. Yeah, right here. So this should be, hopefully, more than enough. But you can see we also got a bunch of other junk, so I'm just going to do a quick inventory clean. And the other nice part is we didn't actually need to use a single fire potion. And, if you look at my levels, I didn't die. This is new. This never happens when I go to the nether. I always die. Okay, well, I turned all the quartz we got into quartz blocks, and I also apparently learned it takes 4 blocks of quartz to make 1 block of quartz bricks. Because that's not a total ripoff. So, at some point, we're going to have to go back to the nether to get more quartz, because that's just not going to be enough. Which is really dumb. And now that I'm wondering, if you do that in a stone cutter, is it a better deal? But I'm pretty sure that that is more than enough than we need to start. So I am just gonna grab all of this, and then we're going to head out to our location. And I've laid out just the 4 corners of where I want my tower to be. But looking at this now, I think we're going to have to do just a little bit of landscaping before we can actually start. And probably a bit of snow removal. So I'm going to do that. And then, yeah, I guess we can finally start on our base. So I'm just going to get hard to work at it. Alright guys, so as you saw, we've made our way substantially higher up. And yeah, this is not going to be the top of the tower. I think it's maybe a couple blocks higher than that yet, but this is going to be the height that our storage system is at, or part of it anyways. So there's going to be a floor here, and then a roof, and then like a little bit of a second floor, but you guys will see what I mean eventually. But I figured here is as good a spot as any to start pouring water down the sides so we can see how well this is going to work. Okay, so I've turned it all into hardened concrete now, which went a bit easier than I thought it would. But basically my next step is to fill this whole top piece in, and to do that, obviously that doesn't work with concrete powder very well. So I'm probably just going to head back to base and whip up a couple stacks of just solid concrete so that I have some hard blocks to work with, and then we'll fill in that middle section and keep on going. Okay, so things are a bit different from when you last saw them. I did go out and I turned actually the rest of our concrete into hardened concrete and then used all of it. So then I had to go back to base again and actually make more concrete, which I turned a bunch of it into hardened concrete right away. But I think we're pretty much as far as we need to be when it comes to the concrete. From now on, it should just be other materials. You can see this is where like all of our chests and our main area of working is going to be, right here. And then we're also going to have just some elevators in the corner, some quick little bubble elevators so that we can get up to this level fairly quickly and easily. And I don't really know exactly what's going to be up here yet, but this is pretty much just going to be like our attic. And so from here is where we got to start building the roof, which is basically just going to be like a weirdly shaped glass dome. So I'm just going to build that. It's going to be kind of boring for you to watch me, so I'll probably just do that off camera and then give you guys an update. Okay guys, so you can see currently it's looking like some sort of deformed, ugly, poorly constructed snow golem. But yeah, this is basically the main structure of the thing, basically all built up. So from here on out, it's pretty much just going to be decorations, I guess. But yeah, you can see we got like our main platform here, and then we even got a bit of a second story up there. And so my plan is to basically have our storage system is going to be on this wall. And then underneath, like almost directly underneath, we're going to have the redstone and the guts for our storage system. And then under that, we're actually still going to have quite a bit of room to play with. So I think maybe we'll put like just a couple farms down there or something. Fill up all that room. And as for up here, I'm not really sure yet. I think we might have like maybe this is where all of our crafting stuff will be. We'll have like a brewing station and enchanting station and all of that. But we'll see. I'm not quite sure what to do with this area yet. Which is also going to have more decoration for it too. The whole thing is looking very bare right now, but we still have a lot of blocks to work with as far as decoration goes. But as far as our tower goes for today, we are pretty much out of time for this episode. And I still need a bunch more quartz. So I'm just going to spend a bit of time here in the Nether and gather up a bunch of this, and then I guess next episode we will get to decorating the thing, or at least start decorating it, because that's quite the task actually in itself. But for this episode, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, hit the like button, and if you want to see more of these episodes, consider subscribing. And if you want to be alerted whenever a new episode comes out, hit the bell icon right next to the subscribe button, and you will get alerts. But for now, that is all from me, and I hope you guys have a great day up until the next episode. See you guys.